In the snow-covered underground pipes lived a group of abandoned children. Nanachi was particularly hungry. She found a book, and as she flipped it open, she realized that the description of the abyss in the book closely resembled the place she was in. So Nanachi prayed to God, hoping that she could personally go to that abyss. At that moment, a group of children excitedly walked out. Nanachi followed them closely. Although they were all refugees, Nanachi was constantly mocked for having a strange smell. She was rejected by everyone. The children had come here because of a deep abyss explorer named Bondrewd, who had gathered them. He said he would lead these children out of their plight and make them respected abyss explorers. So, Nanachi decided to follow them and set off on the journey to the abyss. They first took a huge cage lift. The cage began to descend slowly, aiming for the sea of corpses on the 5th level of the abyss. During the descent, Nanachi met Mitty. Mitty asked if Nanachi wanted to become a white whistle. Nanachi replied that as long as she was here, nothing else mattered. She used to scavenge for food in the garbage piles. Mitty praised Nanachi's ability and said that everything they found from now on would be valuable. Mitty also invited Nanachi to be her friend, as she too wanted to become a white whistle. The two formed a strong bond of friendship. The cage reached its destination. Mitty excitedly took Nanachi to see the scene on the 5th level of the abyss. The living conditions here were completely different from before. It was warm and clean, there were books to read, and crayons to draw with. Every few days, Bondrewd would take one of the children. As time passed, the children in the room gradually disappeared, and in the end, only Nanachi and Mitty remained. One night, Bondrewd came into the room again. He woke Mitty, who was sleeping. Nanachi felt uneasy and quietly followed Bondrewd. She overheard a conversation between Bondrewd and his subordinate. Bondrewd's subordinate questioned why they were using the children for experiments, especially the inhumane abyss curse experiment. Bondrewd coldly replied that he never considered these children as humans. Nanachi eventually discovered that Mitty had been locked in an experimental cage. Bondrewd sneered and said that he planned to conduct a twin experiment and locked Nanachi in the cage as well. Bondrewd told both of them that the cage could concentrate the abyss curse on one side. Mitty became the bearer of the curse. If Mitty died, Nanachi would also be affected. Bondrewd activated the experiment, lowering the cage to the 6th level step. The monster children of the abyss gathered around. Mitty cried in fear, but she forced herself to stay calm and comforted Nanachi that everything would pass. The cage quickly rose, and Mitty had already been tortured by the abyss curse to the point of losing her humanity. Nanachi could do nothing but watch her friends suffer. Bondrewd praised the results of the experiment, finding it fascinating. Nanachi saw that Mitty had become inhuman, and her emotions collapsed. Bondrewd forced Nanachi to continue participating in these cruel experiments. One day, Bondrewd told Nanachi that the curse on Mitty had been lifted. Although Mitty had lost her human qualities, she had gained immortality. No matter how Bondrewd tortured her body, Mitty would always regenerate, though her form would change drastically. Nanachi could no longer bear Bondrewd's cruelty. One night, she fled the nightmare-like place with Mitty. They settled on the 4th level of the abyss. Nanachi had tried to awaken Mitty's sanity, but nothing worked. Mitty eventually became a soulless shell. Nanachi decided to free Mitty from her pain. She tried many methods, but no matter what she did, Mitty's suffering never ended. Later, Nanachi met Reg and his cremation weapon, which, like Bondrewd's treasure, the Book of Return to Light, could destroy Mitty's body. Mitty's left eye was destroyed by this weapon and had never recovered. Nanachi begged